Welcome to Storm and Chocolate. I thought it was a heater going on. Welcome to Storm and Chocolate. I'm Storm and Norman. Today's song is number 34, Sunset Drive by Tangerine Dream from the Wavelength soundtrack. I think it goes without saying that I love this song, since it's in the playlist. But I really love this song. I think it's one of Tangerine Dream's perfect songs. And it's not because it fits in perfectly to the movie it comes from, or evokes specific emotions. It starts with attitude and just gets better. Wavelength is a 1983 film written and directed by Mike Gray. Just previously, Gary... It says Wad.
What is that?
Just previously, Gary had co-written the screenplay for the movie The China Syndrome, a disaster flick about a meltdown at a nuclear power site, which was released less than 2 weeks before the incident at 3 Mile Island in 1979. He followed up Wavelength by co-creating the TV spin-off of the movie Starman, about an alien that is shot down by the U.S. government after this thing stopped scrolling, so I can't read any more text. About an alien that is shot down by the U.S. government after answering the invitation on the Voyager 2 spacecraft, and to survive, creates a clone from a recently deceased man to help him travel to a rescue location. The John Carpenter movie starred Beau Bridges and Karen Allen, and was a lovely little movie with much less blood and shooting and death than most of Carpenter's fare. Wavelength starred Robert Carradine as a failed musician, Cherie Currie as a telepath, and Keenan Wynn. Robert Carradine is a member of the Carradine acting family, and I'm just hoping it scrolls by as Robert Carradine is a member of the Carradine family of actors and film company executives and is most notable for being in the Revenge of the Nerds movies. Cherie Currie was one of the members of the girl band The Runaways, which also featured Lita Ford and Joan Jett. She's also made music with her twin sister Marie, not to be confused with physicist Marie Curie. Fun fact, Marie Curie, not the physicist one, was married to Steve Lukather of Toto, and he wrote and dedicated the song I Won't Hold You Back to her. This was song number 20 in this playlist. In short, the plot of the movie concerns the hooking up of Carradine and Curie's characters, where she starts to hear voices nobody else can. These voices are the pleas of childlike aliens that have been captured by the government after their craft crash landed, and upon whom the government plans on performing experiments and dissection. The couple then plans to free the aliens and get them to their mothership for escape. Most of the soundtrack is from existing Tangerine Dream efforts. Today's song, Sunset Drive, is a remix of Remote Viewing from Exit. However, Sunset Drive is just under 3.5 minutes, whereas Remote Viewing is 8 minutes 20. The remixed portion of Remote Viewing is about 2.5 minutes in, and of significance is how Sunset Drive starts versus Remote Viewing. In song number 19, Pinnacles, I drew the distinction between songs that start immediately, like Pinnacles, and songs that gradually develop, like Remote Viewing. Sunset Drive, on the other hand, starts immediately with a sequence of low synthesizer notes, and while it starts with a single note, subsequent notes are double, kind of like a heartbeat that sounds like this. With nothing else but this echoey, deep beating, it really sets a spooky mood. And it goes on and on for about 25 seconds until we get the lead synth, which plays the main melody. This is more of a reedy, not quite string synth that is obviously a synth. After about 10 seconds of this, we get the first of two sequencers coming in with a pinging type of sound. And then a minute in, we get the second sequencer, which is more organ type. So we have all of this interweaving of the three sequencers. Note that the first heartbeat also develops into more notes, plus the lead playing along. And occasionally, when the lead pauses, like taking a breath for 3 seconds, we get a bang note, like someone hitting a piano soundboard with a huge softened mallet.
Like a twang, like that?
It's more of a bong, like it's hitting multiple strings at once. Bang! After about 1 minute 45, we get another synth sound, kind of reedy organ that just plinks on the half notes and occasionally sustains. Just a lot going on. This plinky, reedy organ slightly morphs into a clear high bell with a soft attack. And then about 30 seconds before the end, everything starts to devolve and some instruments stop, some fade away, and some of the sequencer notes get removed. In the movie, Sunset Drive is playing right at the 60-minute mark as the group drives the pickup away from the church after the aliens have been rescued. There's a link to the movie on YouTube in the description, along with the album cut. The song stands on its own in my opinion. Even though it's derivative of remote viewing, I really enjoyed the short runway at the beginning. Both are on my playlist. In song number 30, Beach Scene, I talked about the makeup of Tangerine Dream during this time being Froese, Frank, and Schmeling. So that's it for Sunset Drive from the motion picture soundtrack Wavelength from Tangerine Dream. This is actually the end of the second group of songs, appropriately named the second 20, which came after the first 14. However, I already have the 19 songs for the next group chosen, so here is your look-ahead pun. And when I die, from all the blood, sweat, and tears it takes to make these videos, there'll be one chocolate born to carry on, carry on. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.